Hello children. In previous video I have explained chapter 9 till page number 90, and I have told you that a, a young man told a story to Godsby that he don't know the address of the hotel where he stayed, and he did not have any money with him, and he told to Godsby that he would not believe on his story. Then Godsby said that it's common thing and I have also done this thing, but luckily I remember that my hotel was near the canal, and that's why I found the hotel also. Now let's start from paragraph 11. In a foreign city, it wouldn't be difficult. I could go to the consul and get help from them. Here, unless I find a decent chap who would believe my story and lend me some money, I will have to spend the night perhaps on the embankment. Consul means an official appointment by a country's government to live in foreign city and add any protects his own country's citizen living there. Then the man is saying that in foreign country, in foreign city, is not difficult to get help, because in every country there's a consul who help his own country's citizen, who help his own country's people. That's why it's easy that I will get help. But here, unless I find a decent champ who would believe in my story and lend me some money, he was saying that if any person believe on my story and lend me some money, then it will be easy for me, because until I'll get that the council where I will stay, and I have to spend the night, probably on the embankment means an area in London on the bank of the river Thames. He's saying that maybe I have to spend my night on the bank of the river. Have you got the soap with you? Godsby asks. After listening all these things, Godsby is saying that have you the soap with you? Have the soap with you? The young man at once sat forward, felt rapidly in the pockets of the overcoat, and then jumped to his feet. I must have lost it, he muttered angrily. Muttered means spoke in a low voice. After listening that, the young man at once sat forward and felt rapidly in the pocket of his overcoat. He checked in the pockets of his overcoat, and then when he didn't find the soap in his pocket, then he jumped to his feet. And he said that he said slowly to himself that, maybe I have lost that soap." Gotsby said, "The weak point in your story is that you are unable to produce the soap. To lose a hotel and cake of soap on one afternoon suggests willful carelessness. Willful carelessness means deliberate carelessness." Then Gotsby said, "The weak point of your story is that you are unable to produce a soap, because in a same day that you have lost the hotel and a cake of soap also. That is the big point of a story, that you do not have the soap, a cake of soap. It's showing that you are very careless." It means that Gotsby didn't believe the story which the young man told to him. He understood. The Gotsby thought that the young man was lying. When the young man heard this remark, he hurried away from the path, his head held high. After listening that, the young man hurried away from there, and he moved on that path, and his head held high. He moved away hurriedly from there. It was a pity, Gotsby thought with a smile. The going the going to get one's own soap was the one convincing touch in the whole story, and yet it was just the little detail which didn't help him. If he had been clever enough to provide himself with a cake of soap wrapped and sealed at the chemist's counter, he would have been the genius in his profession. Then got by saying that it was pity, and thought with a smile that to the going to get one own soap was the convincing, it was the convincing touch in his whole story. And it was just the little detail, it was just the little detail which didn't help him. And he thought that if he had produced the cake of soap, then and that was wrapped and sealed, then it would that he was very clever, and he was very genius, and that he was very genius that in his profession, that he has create a very good story. With this thought, Gotsby got up to go, and as he did so, he let out an exclamation of surprise and sympathy. Lying on the ground under the bench was a small oval packet wrapped and sealed. It was a cake of soap. It must have fallen out of the young man's overcoat pocket when he flung himself down on the seat. All this thing he was thinking, Gotsby was thinking all this thing, that if he the person had produced the cake of soap, that he would believe on his story, and it proves that he was really a genius in his profession, that he has produced a cake. But when got up, and he got up to go, and then he noticed that and he was very surprised and filled with sympathy, that and he saw that something was lying on the ground under the bench, and it was a packet wrapped and sealed, means it was the cake of soap. And he thought that when that young man sat on the bench, then maybe that soap has fallen down from his overcoat pocket. The next moment, Gotsby was running along the dust covered path in an anxious search for a youthful figure in the light overcoat. He nearly gave up the search when he caught sight of him standing on the border of the carriage drive. Gotsby hailed him. Hailed means a student, called out. After after getting that packet of soap, the Gotsby running along the dust covered path. He ran that path, and he was very anxious, and he was searching that person, and nearly he gave up the search when he find that person is standing on the border of the carriage drive. And Gotsby called him. The important witness to the truth of your story has turned up, said Gotsby, holding out the cake of soap. It must have slid out of your overcoat pocket as you sat down on the seat. I found it on the ground after you left. I didn't believe your story. You must excuse me for that, but then when Gosby found that person, then he told that the important witness of his story is here. I have found that, and I have your cake of soap. When you went from there, then I found that the cake of soap was falling down under the bench, and it may be fallen down from your overcoat pocket when you sat down on the seat. And I found it on the ground after you left, and I didn't believe your stories. For that I'm really feel sorry, and you can excuse me for that, means I'm really feel very sorry for that I didn't believe on your story. The Gotsby was earlier thinking that that young man, that person was lying to him just for money. He want to he want to take some money from Godsby. That's why he was lying. Godsby thinking that, but when he found that soap, then he believed that the person was right. He was not lying. But the appearance of the soap changed everything, and now my doubts are gone. If you loan of Severin is a good for you. But he said that mm, that earlier I didn't believe, but now I believe, and my all doubts are gone. I believe on you, and I can lend you or a money £1, and maybe it's good for you. It will help you. So reason means a student, an old British coin worth about £1. That the old man lent the young man, means sorry, the God's boy lent £1 to him. He gave to him £1. The young man took the coin and hastily pocketed it. After taking that money, the young man put it into the pocket. Here's my card with the address. Continued God's by any day this week you can return the money, and here is the soap. Don't lose it again. It's being a good friend to you. Godsby gave that person his card. There's written his address also, and he told to him that you can return my money this week, and take your soap with you, and don't forget, and don't lose it again. Luckily you found it, said the young man, and blurting out a word or two of thanks, he fled. Blurting out means saying something without thinking. Saying something without thinking. That young man said to him that luckily you found it, that soap. It's really great. And he said one or two thanks, and he moved away from there. Poor boy, he nearly broke down, said Godsby to him. Broke down means collapse, means that person, that young man moved from there, and Godsby is saying that he's a poor boy, and nearly that person has went away. As Godsby retraced his steps past the seat where the drama had taken place, he found an elderly gentleman poking the ground with his stick beneath the seat, and realized that it was his earlier fellow occupant. Retraced his steps means walked back the same way he had came. After giving the soap to the young man, and that Gotsby returned back to there where he was sitting on the near that bench. He returned there, but when he reached there, then he saw that an elderly gentleman was poking the ground with his stick under the seat. And he realized, he after seeing that, he come to know Godsby come to know that he was the same person, he was the that elderly gentleman whose clothes were not shabby, and who came and sat near to him, who sat on the same bench where that young man has sat. Have you lost anything, sir? Yes, sir, a cake of soap. Then Godsby asked to him that, sir, have you lost anything? Are you searching anything? Then the elderly gentleman replied that, yes, sir, a cake of soap. Then he replied that yes, I am searching for a cake of soap. What it means, students? It means that that soap belonged to that elderly gentleman soap. It's not that the young man soap. It means that the young man was really lying. He was not a good person. He want money from God's by. That's why he has done all these things. And and in his trick he was successful also, because at last, earlier Godsby didn't believe in his story, but at last when Godsby found that soap, he believed that that young man was not lying, and he lent him some money also. Okay, and he was at last got by fooled by that young man, and that cake of soap belonged to that old man who sat on the same bench where Godsby was sat. Thank you, student. Now this chapter is over.